When there is no judge on earth, the appeal lies to God in heaven. Nothing was made by God for man to spoil or destroy. Nobody can give more power than he has himself, and he that cannot take away his own life cannot give another power over it. Every man has a right to punish the offender and be executioner of the law of nature. The people cannot delegate to the government the power to do anything which would be unlawful for them to do themselves. What if everything that happened here happened for a reason? New opinions are always suspected and usually opposed without any other reason but because they are not common. The discipline of desire is the background of character. Everybody has a property in his own person. This nobody has a right to but himself. The end of law is not to abolish or restrain, but to preserve and enlarge freedom. For in all the states of created beings capable of law, where there is no law, there is no freedom. I close my eyes, take a deep breath, and let it out completely, along with my soul. It is easier for a tutor to command than to teach. As people are walking all the time in the same spot, a path appears. The dread of evil is a much more forcible principle of human actions than the prospect of good. Our business here is not to know all things, but those which concern our conduct. There is frequently more to be learned from the unexpected questions of a child than the discourses of men. Practice conquers the habit of doing without reflecting on the rule. Every man must some time or other be trusted to himself. I pretend not to teach, but to inquire. Seek to make thy course regular, that man may know beforehand what they may expect. Who are we to tell anyone what they can or can't do? Knowledge is grateful to the understanding, as light to the eyes. He that uses his words loosely and unsteadily will either not be minded or not understood. Try all things, hold fast that which is good. Nothing is in the intellect that was not first in the senses. I have always thought the action of men the best interpreters of their thoughts. All mankind being all equal and independent, no one ought to harm another in his life, health, liberty, or possessions. Habits wear more constantly and with greatest force than reason, which when we have most need of it, is seldom fairly consulted and more rarely obeyed. We are like chameleons. We take our hue and the color of our moral character from those who are around us. The measure of my success is the measure of my happiness. There cannot be greater rudeness than to interrupt another in the current of his discourse. There is reason to think that if men were better instructed themselves, they would be less imposing on others. The most precious of all possessions is power over ourselves. Education begins a gentleman, but reading, good company, and reflection must finish him. No man's knowledge here can go beyond his experience. Nature never makes excellent things for mean or no uses. Things of this world are in so constant a flux that nothing remains long in the same state. Success in fighting means not coming at your opponent the way he wants to fight you. The only fence against the world is a thorough knowledge of it. Who lies for you will lie against you. Don't let the things you don't have prevent you from using what you do have. Reading furnishes the mind only with materials of knowledge. It is thinking that makes what we read ours. Reason must be our last judge and guide in everything. If punishment reaches not the mind and makes not the will supple, it hardens the offender. Few men think, yet all will have opinions. Hence men's opinions are superficial and confused. The body of people may with respect resist intolerable tyranny. I have spent more than half a lifetime trying to express the tragic moment. All wealth is the product of labor. Fortitude is the guard and support of the other virtues. Age or virtue may give men a just presidency. Wherever law ends, tyranny begins. What worries you masters you. Fashion is, for the most part, nothing but the ostentation of riches. Business of man is to be happy. The chief art of learning is to attempt, but a little at a time.